Hey, it's Vanner, and you have found Finding Frequency. My quest to find the extraordinary in the ordinary, one day at a time. So, what is the extraordinary of today? I think conversations and people, once again, made today a very special day. In fact, I just left a conversation now with a guy I met at the College of Extraordinary Experiences. His name is Anthony Rocco. He's in San Francisco. He is an experienced designer. I know that he has got a very interesting background, but it's funny, with him, I have not really latched onto his background. I just like the human being. He's like a super mindful guy and someone who is not very pretentious, which I like. He is who he is, and he accepts everybody else around him for what they are. But that being said, he is working on a project where they've designed some kind of experience. You can join it, and then they explore or allow you to explore curiosity. Now, I know it sounds very strange, but I think curiosity is super important in the sense of, someone who's an innovator, potentially an entrepreneur, because to find solutions and to develop new things, I think right at the base of that is curiosity. It's like being curious to solve things, or being curious about why things are the way they are, and being curious about why they can't be done differently. So being curious is super important. And I think, and I know from me sometimes as I get older, sometimes that curiosity wanes a little bit. I'm not as curious as Francie. But that being said, I think it's important what he's doing to kind of reactivate that curious streak a little bit. Sometimes it's not about it disappearing, it's just about finding it again, like riding a bicycle. So that could be an interesting conversation. And in fact, I didn't mention it. I want to bring him onto one of my live streams in the next 2 weeks to talk about this project that they're doing. So I'm relatively and rather excited about that, you know. And then second conversation today also went around a new friend, Laura, who lives in the Netherlands. She's American. And she's starting a small little business or / startup. And now she's in the kind of space of finding capital for the startup. And she's got a very interesting approach where she wants to focus on helping people regain some of their energy. I think we have all felt this, especially during the pandemic, that we run out of energy. In fact, Marta was like on super low energy today. And I think it's a combination of things. It's, your health, your mindset, a whole bunch of things that plays into it. And then that also kind of plugs into the amount of energy you have. And so that could be interesting. And she kind of shared with some of her thinking and some of her, work with me. And it was kind of a really interesting conversation. And I'm kind of like excited and humbled also that people have shared that with me. So it was a nice way to end the week. And to be honest, I didn't spend a lot of time today on burning money on trying to clock up all kinds of hours. And then when I look at it from a business perspective, I go, I didn't make a lot of money today. But is that important? Is that really that important? If I can say that I've been able to have these 2 amazing conversations, which might lead to something else and to something new, and just kept my brain going and reactivated that curiosity? Perhaps. Yeah. Also taking a bit of time to think about it myself. So, rearing to go into a weekend. And I said to Marta also this, a couple of hours ago that, sometimes I feel like a weekend is also kind of stressful because it's always in the mind thinking about like, what are we going to do this weekend? How are we optimizing the time? And sometimes it's also okay to just be. And I hope that we'll be being in the next couple of days because, the weather is also looking up. So to be honest, I have been thinking about what we're doing. So I'm hoping that the weather will hold and that we'll be able to go to the river and hang out there a little bit and see what's going on that side of Warsaw. Because it's definitely, the days are becoming more and more beautiful and greener by the hour. So yeah, definitely going into strong summer vibes. Famous last words, right? So let's wrap up Friday. And perhaps when you're listening to this, you're starting Friday. Just remember, it's still Friday, damn it. Or maybe it's Saturday when you listen to this. I don't know. I just think it all sounds good. Thanks for listening.